Second. All right, my bad. There was no sound. Sorry about that, family. My bad. No sound. There was no sound. I rushed my gun. All right, y'all can hear me now. We're good. We got the sound cracking. All right. All right, we're here. We got the sound cracking. Let me get. I put my African drum. Can y'all hear that? Y'all got it? I got this drum when I was over in Africa, by the way. All right, I'm gonna hold my drum tonight. Let me get the phone lines cracking. And I literally just got in not too long ago. I was at the movies. I saw the movie I keep saying, want to say Crazy Eight, but the Hateful Eight. I just saw that. The Quentin Tarantino movie. I just went and saw that. Pretty good movie. I'll talk about that a little bit later. I can't talk too much about it because I don't want to give no spoilers away. Let me see. Let me get my phone lines cracking real quick. Hold on one second. Let me get my phone lines cracking so the fam can call up and chime in. Now, on my main Facebook page, I'm still in Facebook jail right now. Yeah, they got me in Facebook jail right now still. I'll be out of Facebook jail tomorrow on my main Facebook page. That's why, man, I'm going to get an emailing list. I'm going to put that together tomorrow. I'm going to get an emailing list, and I'm going to give everybody the link. Follow me on Tariq Nasheed on Twitter and Tariq Elite on Instagram. I'm going to get an email list. So in case Facebook starts tripping, we'll have I can contact people directly to let them know what's going on and what we got popping. You dig? Because these social media pages be on that bullshit. They let these white supremacists get away with murder. And they blocked me for every little thing. You know, they blocked me. I had a meme that had the N-word in it, but it was talking about racism. And the meme, I put a meme up, and the meme had the N-word in it, so they blocked my page for a week. Where the white supremacists be on Facebook talking about nigga this, nigga that, nigga coon, nigga. It's nigga fest. They don't block their pages. But I got my drum, goddammit. I communicate like this on your ass. That's why we're going to get an emailing list, fam. Somebody gave a great suggestion. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get an emailing list. All right? So whenever they start blocking pages and all that, and people want to know what's up, because the stuff is getting real heavy, especially closer to the Hidden Colors 4 release. All the fuckery starts. That's when y'all start seeing crazy articles about me, and my pages start getting blocked right when we're about to get this launch of the new Hidden Colors. You dig? So we need to get that emailing list, and I'll keep you guys posted on that. Y'all follow me, and I get that posted. You dig? Do some slam poetry. Phenomenal nigga. Waking up in the afternoon. My page is blocked by white supremacists and coons. Yeah, I got this from a sister in South Africa when I went to Africa, man. Beautiful drum. Look at this. Y'all, excuse me, man. I'm still getting over a cold. You know, my babies are sick. My little boys, they've been sick for weeks. And now their colds are coming off on me. So I've been fighting it. So I'm still a little stopped up with the sinus game. You dig? And the show ain't gonna be too long tonight because I gotta go upstairs with the boys. My youngest son is Seer, and I asked people for some advice on Instagram. My youngest son is Seer, who's 10 months. You know, he's teething right now, and little fella, I feel so bad for him because he's crying. His top teeth are coming in. He has some of his bottom teeth, but now his top teeth are coming in, and he kept me and his mom up all night, all this morning. He kept waking up because his teeth were hurting. That oral gel wasn't working, and a lot of people were suggesting the teething necklace. So we found we had a teething necklace, and we found that's doing better. That teething necklace, that's helping out. He kind of wants to be held, you know. because he's feeling bad. So when I got back in the house, I had to hold him for a minute because, you know, he needs to be nurtured because he's in pain. And people were saying, like, you should put brandy and whiskey on his gums and all that. I ain't trying to get him a buzz. But somebody said teething is rum. So put some rum on there, whiskey. Oil in a humidifier. We got a humidifier. We do have a humidifier. We do have a humidifier. And again, y'all excuse my voice, my nasal thing is going on. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on, Big TQ? This Steve from Compton, but I'm calling out of Dallas.
There you go, man. What's going on in Dallas, fam?
Nothing, man. This weather over here is kicking the nigga ass, man. It was just hot, now it's back storming again, so
no doubt.
I'm trying to figure out this weather.
I feel you, man. So what's on your mind, fam?
Nothing, man. I got a relationship question for you, player.
Go ahead.
All right, so you know what I'm saying? Right now, you know what I mean? I just turned 30, you know what I'm saying? I got my own, I'm doing my own thing. And I got this little chick, and we cool, you know what I'm saying? She let a man be a man.
Right.
We don't really get into it, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of comments. But the thing is I think I'm still in that player stage, you feel me? And you know, I don't wanna fuck up the relationship, but I don't wanna hurt her at the same time. So it's like I'm trying to conflict because I do want the family thing, you know what I'm saying? But I think I still, you know what I'm saying? I still want to, you know what I mean, keep my feet in the water a little bit. So I just want to know you got any advice on, you know what I'm saying, that little transition.
Yeah, but my thing is this right now, and that's good that you acknowledge that you in that player stage, and you got to look at things from a practical standpoint. Because is this chick worth wifing up if you did decide to wife somebody up? Let's say you said, I'm out of the player stage and I'm looking for wifey material. Is that woman wifey material? For you.
Okay. Oh, I mean, like that's the thing. Like I don't have no argument. I can't.
Hold on, no, brother. Wait. I put the drums on you, brother. All right, let's wait. Okay, hold on now. Wait. That wasn't a rhetorical question. I was asking you a very specific question.
Oh, okay.
Is that woman, do you if you weren't in your player stage, would she be wifey material for you?
Most definitely. Yeah, I could say that, yeah.
Okay. I mean, now you had to think about it. Now, that's something that you got to be very sure about. Because the thing is, when you find somebody who's really wifey material, that's when you got to be in a position where you turn the bullshit off and say, okay, let me get this before the next dude scoops this up. Because I'm telling you, that one fly-ass female that's down is better than all the random loose booty ratchets. Because that's what's out there right now. And the loose booty ratchets, the loose booties, man, that shit gets tired, dude. The loose booty ratchets, it's like a sport, but after a while, man, it's like, okay, well, shit, I ain't getting nothing out of that. So you want to be in a position where you want to build, because now you're 30, so now you got to start thinking, okay, who can I build something with? You can't build nothing with the loose booties, you understand? So now we got to start making grown man decisions. And if you see somebody that's worth building with, that's when you stop with all the loose booties and start building with that woman who got something going on. You feel me?
Most definitely.
So don't let your dick lead you. Don't let that dick lead you. You got to lead with here. See, that's the thing. You can be in the player stage, but then you got to be disciplined enough to get that leadership from here and not the ding. You dig?
Yeah, most definitely.
What part of Compton you from, by the way, fam?
What was that?
What part of Compton you and your family from?
Oh yeah, I was raised in Tragnew Park. You know what I'm saying? The West Side.
That's the MC8's family. Yeah.
Yeah, well, man, that's a little debate. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I get a lot of that when I tell people where I'm from. I'll tell you like this, man. The MC8 is from Tragnew as much as Game is from Cedar Park. I mean, Cedar Park. Put it like that. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep it 100.
Damn.
Yeah, Big Chill was from the neighborhood. You feel me?
Yeah. Was Chill down with Silky Fine?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, Silky is my girl. That's my homegirl.
Okay, yeah. Hey, damn, that's crazy. Because I was talking to my cousin, you know what I'm saying, this past Christmas, and we were just talking about all the past. And he was talking, he had brought her up, and I was like, it's like, you know what I'm saying, what? Because like I said, I'm only 30, and I grew up with I was raised around my uncle on head, you know what I'm saying? So I got that little old school in me. So just to think about the years that have passed and where I'm at now is deep.
Yeah, I know all of them hustlers, man. I know all them Compton hustlers. I know all of them. Them OGs and shit. The ones that's out. Because a lot of those cats got locked down, man.
And like you were saying in a couple of your episodes back, you know what I'm saying? Like all the old heads either locked up or in jail. The real OG strong ones, you know what I'm saying? They either dead or in jail.
No doubt, man. Real talk, man. Hey, man, but thanks for the call, homie, man. Good looking out, fam.
I appreciate you, bro.
No doubt. Sorry I had to get into a little bit of LA talk. Somebody's like, that's LA shit. Hang up. No, I get it. Sorry about that, fam. When some LA folks call up, I got to know who's who. Because, you know, I'm going to know somebody from somewhere. You dig? But my sinuses are a bitch, man. Man. But we got folks piling up in the room. The room is getting packed. We got somebody from the town calling up. What's up? Who's calling? Hello? Uh-oh. Okay. Made a mistake and hung up on him, but it's all gravy. I'm going to be in Oakland, San Francisco, Berkeley. I'll be there the 30th of January. All right? So get your tickets at TariqLive.com. I'm gonna talk about R. Kelly in a minute. I'll get on that in a minute. Shout out to my man in Birmingham. But also I'm going to be in Cincinnati, Ohio, February 6th. Get your tickets at TariqLive.com. Shout out to Birmingham. Some people hit me up from UAB. They wanted me to come out to UAB. I might be coming out there pretty soon. I would love to come out to do a lecture at UAB. Because when I used to live in Birmingham, we used to be up at UAB all the time, smashing. That was my spot, UAB. When I was a kid out there, I had some college breezes up at UAB I used to go kick it with. So I would love to do a lecture up at UAB. Some people from Houston want me to come down. You know, it's all over. I'm trying my best to get Hidden Colors 4 knocked out because, man, that's such a tedious process. But it's turning out good. Hidden Colors 4 is looking great. What I might do when I go to the Bay on the 30th and in Cincinnati on the 6th, I think I'm going to show an exclusive clip of Hidden Colors 4, sneak preview, like a 5-10 minute clip for the family who comes out. Give everybody an exclusive who comes out. I came everywhere but Cleveland. What's up? Their money ain't up in Cleveland. They ain't breaking bread if they really wanted me to come out. Toledo, they broke bread. See, money talk. You get stuff done with paper. My man from Cincinnati, good, thorough brother. You dig? He's breaking bread, dude. That's how you make stuff happen. I got to come back to Houston. I've done Houston a couple of times. I love Houston. Brother hit me up, a promoter, recently, and I might do something in Houston probably February or March. I would love to do something in Dallas. I haven't done Dallas yet. A preacher getting grilled about spending money on what? Y'all keep saying come to this place, come to that place, y'all get the money popping. You say Mark Lamont Hill no longer writes for Huffington Post? Does he do his show for Huff? Wait, was Mark Lamont Hill got fired? Hold on, let me look that up because people are saying stuff. Let me see what's up. Hold on. I haven't heard that. Hold on, let me look that up real quick because people be saying stuff. Hold on 1 second. Wait, let me see. Mark Lamont Hill got fired. I haven't heard that. Let me see if niggas in here just running their mouths. Okay, I haven't seen nothing about him getting fired. Yeah, I haven't heard nothing about that. Okay, I haven't heard nothing about that. Okay, I haven't heard this dude getting fired. Okay, who said that? Because when people start saying shit and then not being able to back it up, y'all better back it up. Give me a link. And okay, Anthology, you've been here for a minute, so I haven't heard nothing about Mark Lamont Hill getting fired. I haven't heard that. But you think he resigned? Well, you know what's funny? Did I talk about that bullshit article that Madame Noir wrote about me with that janky is a troll? Okay, Anthology is probably a troll. Let me enable links. Anthology is probably just hold on. Let me enable links. Hold on. Allow links. I put the link up. Fam. The number is 818-850-5404. All right, put the link up. Because y'all know I don't like no gossip. I don't like gossip. And I was just talking to my daughter about that. How black folks, we love gossipy dumb shit. That's something that whenever some real thorough information that's practical is coming out, we start shying away from that. But when a motherfucker starts gossiping, oh, we come out the woodworks for that. There was some shit last night on Instagram where Black China, who's like a former stripper, she has a baby by Tiger. Shout out to Tiger. Tiger's the homie too. And it was some chick named Heather Sanders or some shit. They were beefing and all the black Twitter and black Instagram was just eating that shit up. We love gossipy nigger shit. Okay, well, nobody's posting a link of Mark Lamont Hill getting fired, so I haven't heard anything about that. My problem is this. There's a small circle of the shaming committee that's designated by the white supremacists. And these bedwenches and coons, most of them work for or write for Ebony. A lot of them are these broke-ass freelance writers. And this is the thing. Because last week, Madame Noir and their little janky writer, Shireen Ball, they wrote another bullshit hit piece on me lying, talking about I'll support R. Kelly and all this old stuff because of that interview that was done on Huffington Post Live, where this so-called white feminist, she was grilling R. Kelly and just really being extra rude. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck? She looks stupid. I mean, she was extremely rude, saying real slick shit, and all of the little bedwenches and coons who write for Huffington Post and who write for Ebony, all of them are in a small circle. They were kissing her ass, patting her on the back. I'm like, why y'all patting her on the back? All she did was be rude. She didn't accomplish nothing. She didn't accomplish anything. Yeah, that Yvette Carnell person, she was saying a lot of slick stuff. That's my boy, Dr. Boyce's folks. So she's a part of that whole little crew too, that little questionable crew. Because anybody, let's just be real, anybody who even reads Madame Noir, you're a fucking idiot. Madame Noir is like media takeout. It's like just dumb shit times 10. Idiots look at that shit. And I was questioning why these niggas kissing this white feminist ass when these women don't be representing and doing nothing for us. They don't say nothing when these Daniel Holtzclaw and all these people are raping sisters and doing all types of janky shit. They don't say nothing. But these broke little bummy writers all line up to kiss white supremacist asses any chance they get. And they are the shaming committee for white supremacy. Whenever black people question white supremacists, they send their little bummy ass Negro shaming committee out there to say, hey, wait, are you caping for R. Kelly? And then they start lying and all that old stuff. So my thing is that whole R. Kelly interview, it made the woman interviewing R. Kelly look real stupid. Because my thing is, if you got to do all that, if you got to be that rude and that disrespectful, why did you have him on the show anyway? Why would you have him on there promoting his shit anyway? You shouldn't have had him on there. If you felt like that and all that, you shouldn't have had him on there anyway to promote, period. That's my thing. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon just because you snap your fingers and I'm supposed to be a little Negro dog that will bark for you. No. My thing is they shouldn't have had him on there anyway, so she wouldn't have to do all that stuff. Because let me tell you something how white supremacy works. White supremacy, they know that there's a lot of goofy, silly Negroes out there. Especially that little circle of bummy writers for Ebony and Clutch and Madame Noir. And that's another thing. They get these little bummy writers who pretend to be feminists. They're not feminists. They make sure that they're nice and bummy. And a lot of people say, well, you should sue. And I looked into that. Trust me, I looked into that. But when you look into the background of some of these writers, they don't have two nickels to rub together. These are some of the brokest, bummiest ass chicks you can find. Half of them are damn near borderline homeless. And another thing I noticed, a lot of these writers, these Negro bedwench writers that they have at some of these little janky Negro publications, and that's what they are. They're not black publications, they're Negro publications because they basically steal stories from white publications and then black them up a little bit. But what they do, they get little bummy, broke-ass writers that they really don't pay. They really don't even pay them. A lot of them have psychological issues. Literally, like that Shireen Ball. We did some research on her. Her ass has been at a therapist trying to get therapy for depression. Her and Fraudanista, that's another one who has psychological issues. A lot of these women, they're broke, bummy with psychological issues, and they get like a little old check. You know, because if you notice some of these Negro bedwench writers, it's always something a little off with them, some physically or psychologically. So they get like some little bullshit crazy check or a little disability check. So that's why they sit up and troll all the time. They get some little jive-ass check where they can troll all the time and blog and just be on the bullshit. But that interview that, what's her name, Caroline, or whatever her name is, and that's that woman, she was down with that whole street harassment, racist bullshit too. She was down with that. But if you look at the interview with that lady, if you got game, you'll see what she was doing. It wasn't about no pedophilia, nothing. It was about her getting into victim mode, because what she was doing, she was prodding R. Kelly so that she could play the victim role. She kept pushing him and prodding him so that she could turn around and flip and be the victim. Because what she was doing, she was like, yeah, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about that. And R. Kelly was like, I want to talk about that. I'm just trying to do my interview. I'm not trying to be rude. You're a lovely lady. Oh, don't talk about my looks. Then she was flipping everything into making herself a victim. Oh, you're sexist. He's sexist about my looks, talking about my looks. He's like, I love you. I love everybody. I love you. Oh, I don't need your love. So now she was flipping that whole shit. And a lot of niggas missed it because these niggas were so busy kissing her ass. She was flipping that shit to make herself a victim. It wasn't about no pedophiles or children. It was about using that situation to make herself a victim. So now when she goes to the white feminist meeting, she can go and tell her victim story. Oh, I felt so violated with R. Kelly. Oh, God. Oh, that big black, he was so big and black, and I felt so disrespected. See, all those niggers, they co-signed for me. See, a lot of niggas didn't catch that. That's what that shit was really about. You stupid niggas kissing her ass, thinking that she gave a damn about some black children being molested or whatever. She didn't give a fuck about that. She was making herself a victim. She was making herself a victim. That's what the white supremacist female will do. She was in victim mode all day. I'm like, well, y'all look, really? I'm like, y'all don't see this bullshit she doing? Oh, are you co-signing R. Kelly? Oh, that's the watchdog niggas. That's the slave niggas. That's the slave niggas stepping up for the missus. Y'all niggas are so fucking fraudinista, Jamila. These are the dumbest niggas on the planet. These are some dangerous niggas because they cape for white supremacy. When these white supremacist females pull that slick shit. What she's gonna do, which is what they always do, just like with the street harassment, they get these Negro bedwenches to do all the dirty work and the street work for them to get online and argue with people and make a big hoopla, while the white supremacist female goes in and starts campaigning for funding and resources. They go out there and say, look, there's all these black Negro bedwenches, they're talking about street harassment because we told them, since that's a hot topic, go ahead and write me a grant. Write me a little check. We're going to get some bills passed. Let's lobby for campaign money to get some bills passed. While y'all broke ass, bummy ass Negro bedwenches ain't getting 2 fucking cents. Black folks can get set up so easily. Black folks allow themselves to get set up so fucking easily. And just like with that R. Kelly interview, that white female is going to go use that interview, use the Negro bedwenches caping for her to go get her some money or go get some funding for one of her organizations. She's going to go and say, look, did you see the interview? R. Kelly scared me. Oh, God. He scared me with his blackness. You heard him when he said, you look beautiful. Oh, I was so violated. Oh, I've never been so violated in my life. Let's campaign to get some money. Let's go get some money. Let's get some funding because you see how these niggas are violating me. The white supremacist female, they've always used black men as a way to get funding. That was a big hustle in the 70s. In the 70s, right during integration, those white supremacist feminist groups, they would get millions of dollars. That's when all the rape centers and all that stuff came up because these white women were running around talking about black men are going to rape them. So they got millions of dollars in the 70s with the whole black male rape propaganda. That was real big. And what they do, they know there's desperate niggas, especially these little circle of bummy ass writers. It's always the same little group. It's a very small group of internet trolls / writers for Ebony. The central common denominator is Ebony. And they do all the dirty work. So they think if they kiss this white woman's ass hard enough, they'll get some jobs out of it. You dig? So do you think her plans were foiled? No, her plans were not foiled because she got the response that she wanted. No, she got the response that she wanted. She was going to flip that shit. It was an ambush interview, and she was going to, anything he said, she was going to use to make herself a victim. She was going to make herself a victim. That's what she was going to do. She was going to use that. She could give less than a damn about pedophilia or anything like that. She was going to use that to make herself a victim. And also what she can do is get the Negroes, the little circle of Negroes, fraudinista and all those people to cape for her so it won't look racist. See, that's the thing. They got them a little pack of Negro dogs to cape for them so it doesn't look racist when they use black people to victimize themselves. That's why, Ebony and all those people are writing articles and doing cover stories about Cosby, which the white supremacists make them do that. Yeah, that's the little shaming committee. These little broke, bummy-ass writers who can't rub 2 nickels together, who they ain't shit, they're insignificant. You dig? Because my thing is, I ain't about, you caping for this white supremacist female suspect, y'all caping for her, They ain't saying shit about Sandra Bland. They're not grilling these cops that brought Sandra Bland in. They're not grilling these law enforcement people that were talking about Sandra Bland as a drug addict and a thug. Y'all remember that? I played that clip. They're not grilling them on that. They ain't grilling Rob Lowe. You know, Rob Lowe had a sex tape out with an underage chick way back in the day. Y'all didn't know that, did you? See, my thing is, if you're going to go at one, you got to go at all. That's my thing. Don't do selective outrage and then get your little Negro slave dogs to back it up. Rob Lowe has a sex tape from way back in the day y'all didn't even know about. Forget about Woody Allen. We know Woody Allen's fuckery. Roman Polanski, his fuckery. They don't grill people like that. Woody Allen, he's done a whole bunch of interviews. Nobody's grilling him. So my thing is, y'all give all these other people a pass. Don't start grilling when R. Kelly come in. Then you want to start grilling. So no, and then I get shamed for not co-signing you. Fuck that. You ain't scaring me. Fuck that. You can write all the lies you want about me. I'm gonna speak the truth. I speak truth to power, nigga. You ain't gonna shame me into lying for you and being your slave dog. I don't care how many of these bummy, broke ass, depressed Negro bedwenches y'all send after me. Because I'm speaking truth to power. Y'all give these white supremacists, y'all give people in the dominant society passes and we get the book thrown at us. Just like with, what's his name? Name's at the tip of my tongue. Robert Downey Jr. That his name, Robert Downey Jr.? Robert Downey Jr. Now, as we know, if you're in L.A., you lived in L.A., y'all remember Robert Downey Jr. used to go to jail every week out here for being on crack. Robert Downey Jr. used to go to jail. You see him on the news every week out here, getting caught up in a crack house somewhere. He got arrested. One time he got arrested and sentenced, I think he had a gun, some drugs, the whole shebang. Robert Downey Jr. just had his whole shit, his record clean. They cleaned his record. The government of California cleaned his record. Just wiped his record clean. Just did like a pardon on his record. They wiped his record clean. Gave his ass a pardon. While you got brothers for nonviolent drug offenses like weed charges doing football numbers right now. You dig? Yeah, they gonna wipe Bobby Brown's record. I mean, shit, there's a lot of folks' record they need to wipe if that's gonna be the case. But Robert was on that narcotic heavy. They cleaned his record totally. And another thing, all my California people, and this is something I knew what was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. Y'all know those hoverboards. Y'all remember those hoverboards? Now, I was one of the first people to have one of those hoverboards. Go back and look at my Instagram. Y'all remember? Those hoverboards that everybody's riding now. And y'all forgive my sinuses. My sinuses are beasts right now. But I was one of the first people out here to have one of those hoverboards. Had one long time ago. It was months ago, way before a lot of people got them. Now it became trendy. A lot of folks got them now. Y'all go back on my Instagram. I used to dance with my children with that thing. I even busted my ass on it a few times. And me and my daughter were riding it outside one time, and I felt uneasy. I remember a long time ago, I said, I don't want to, because, you know, I'm riding this thing, and I'm looking at the suspected white supremacists walking around, and the thing is, I felt a certain energy. I feel energy. I said, okay, I don't know if I'm going to ride my joint out here, because the white supremacists might use this, find some reason to use this as an excuse to play victim for some reason. So I didn't ride it outside. I said, let me chill. And notice with those hoverboards, a lot of black people have them. Because now it's popular with rappers. Rappers be on stage with them. A lot of black people have those hoverboards. And now, if you look around LA and just look around, period, you know, they lowered the price on them some. They lowered the price on them. So now they made them more affordable. So now, yeah, I twisted my knee on one of the bitches, yeah. But now, you know, you drive around, especially LA, you see a lot of black kids have them. A lot of black kids have them. And I said, uh-oh, wait a minute. Because when black people, when a lot of us do something and a lot of us are enjoying ourselves, that's a problem for the dominant society. That is the problem for the dominant society. That's something that a lot of black people don't want to acknowledge. When black people in large numbers are doing something that's fun, that they enjoy, that's a problem. The white supremacists, they're going to shut that shit down. Just knowing the system we're in. And also, some months back, Wiz Khalifa got arrested for having one at the airport. I said, uh-oh. I said, uh-oh. Because when you go to the airport, I see white kids in the airport with them shits. So I'm like, when I saw Wiz Khalifa get arrested with them, I said, okay. Yeah, they about to put, excuse me, they're about to make some laws with this shit. Because at the time, there were no laws against it because it was a brand new toy. It's basically a toy. So when I saw Wiz Khalifa, they hemmed him up some months back. I said, they about to start criminalizing these shits. Too many black kids have them. Too many black kids are having fun. And they're going to shut it down. Now, sure enough, which I knew they were going to do, there's a law that's starting in January, next week, 2016, where they done got all types of laws and restrictions against the hoverboard. They're saying that you got to be at least 16 to ride. You got to wear a helmet. You can't ride on the sidewalk. You can't ride here. You got to ride in the bike lane or the highway. It's a bunch of crazy fucking rules that they have now. All right? And I knew they were going to do that because now what they're doing, they're criminalizing the toy. Because now, giving all these crazy laws, that gives cops an excuse to stop you for having them shits. Now that gives them a reason to stop you. Anybody. Any law gives you a reason to stop. You see a black person on a hoverboard, all you got to do is say, okay, hey, let me see your license and see if you're of age. Or you can just watch them. If they go on the sidewalk, hey, you're breaking the law. Now they got any reason to stop you for them things. They said you got to ride on the highway. Who in the fuck is going to ride that shit on the highway? They deliberately make these laws confusing and nonsensical. When it looks weird, there's a reason why the law looks weird. They want it to be weird. They want it to not make sense. They say you can ride on the bike lane and a highway. Nobody's going to ride on a fucking highway on them shits. So I'm saying to y'all, if you got black children, don't let your children outside with them joints, especially out here in California. Let your kids ride at home or let them ride at a skate park or some shit. Don't let them ride around, fam. Because they're going to use that as an excuse to harm your children. Unfortunately, we live in a system of white supremacy where there is warfare against us. That's what it is until we get rid of the system of white supremacy and replace it with justice. Don't let your kids ride around in those shits out here, especially in LA. They're going to use the fines, and that's another thing too. They get you with those fines. They'll see a kid, and this is how it starts. If they see you riding on the sidewalk, which is what you're going to do. You're going to get on the sidewalk with the shit. You can't help but to get on the sidewalk at one point. You're going to get on the sidewalk. So if a cop sees you on the sidewalk, they're going to give you a $250 ticket. The average kid, you're not going to be able to pay no $250 ticket. So what's going to happen? The shit's going to turn into a warrant. Now it turns into a warrant. Now you are a criminal. They got an excuse to lock you up. Now they're going to have a record on you. That's how they do. They used to do that to us with the jaywalking fines back in the day in LA. They created all these jaywalking fines, where if you jaywalk, you get a $250 ticket. That was real big in LA. That's why when I went to New York the first time and I saw everybody jaywalking, I was tripping. I was tripping the fuck out seeing people just walking in the street in New York. I was like, God damn. Because out here, we jaywalk. They would lock us the fuck up and give us tickets and we get warrants over jaywalking. So that's what they're doing. They're going to try to get you tickets that you can't pay. They make them deliberately high, so that turns into a warrant, and that gives them a reason to put you in the system perpetually. And what's interesting, they have electric skateboards out here that they've made street legal. They have electric skateboards that basically do the same thing as the hoverboards. But there are no restrictions on the electric skateboards. They don't have restrictions on them like that. You don't have to wear a helmet. You don't have to be a certain age. None of that shit. Now, why are the electric skateboards perfectly legal to do whatever you want to do with out here? But now the hoverboards have all these restrictions. Because why? All the black kids are rocking the hoverboards, but the skaters, the skateboards, the electric skateboards, those are the white kids. The white kids are rocking those electric skateboards. So they ain't got all those laws on them. Even the electric scooters, a lot of white kids were rocking those, so they didn't have all those restrictions on those things. So the white supremacists, they real slick, man. Y'all better understand the game and stop being in white supremacy denial. Exactly. Those electric skateboards are not that popular with black kids. Yeah, exactly. They want to get those warrants going. They want to get you young. They want to get you young. They want to get you into the system. They want to keep you having warrants. So eventually a warrant can turn into a felony somehow. Because once you start getting those tickets that you're not paying and then they turn into warrants, then that shit just keeps trickling down. Then it turns into another warrant. Then it turns into 3 or 4 warrants for not showing up, for failure to appear. So you keep getting hits on your record, man. That's how they get you. Let me see who's on the phone. Well, my sinuses are killing me right now, man. I can barely breathe up my nose. What's up? Who's calling? Hello? Hey.
Yo, what's going on, man? This is G calling out of Philadelphia.
G from Philadelphia. How you doing, fam?
I'm good, man.
What's
Look,
up,
man, I just want to say real quick, I just started listening to you, man. You kick some real game, dog.
Yes, sir.
Like 100, man.
Much respect. Much respect. What's going on out there?
You coming out here?
Well, you know, I just did a lecture in Philly not too long ago. I just did a lecture out there. I had a great time in Philly, man. But I should be coming out there pretty soon. You know, I might come out there and do something for Hidden Colors 4. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna start getting to that. Like I just found out about you a couple of days ago, and I watched so many videos about your game. Yes, sir.
But, I don't know how much time you got. I'm not gonna really get long-winded. But last week you was talking about the Star Wars thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, in the original movies, there was a Billy D, you know, the Coors Light dude, or Colt 45 dude.
Yeah.
He was a black dude. He was the only black dude in the movie. And he had him like his character, he was like a snake, like he turned on his best friend. Like,
yeah.
They always giving us the fucked up roles, you know what I mean? And the shorty I work with, like, she took me to the movies or whatever, and when the black dude was acting all bitchy and shit, I was like, watch that be the black dude. He was acting so cold and like a little bitch. I was like, oh my God. Took his helmet off, it was a black dude. I was like, damn, why they gotta have a black dude play this role in this movie? Man?
Yeah, man, it was crazy. Sad. It was crazy sad, man. But anyway, thank you for the call, fam. Yes,
yo, be safe, man.
No doubt, man. Yeah, a lot of nigga nerds got mad at me for, you know, fucking up their fantasy with that review that I did about Star Wars. And everybody liked the review I did about Star Wars and the fuckery that's in it. And it was some nigga nerds. It really hurt their feelings. I had one nigga nerd, a Star Wars geek. Y'all know I had a nigga threaten me like he was going to whoop my ass I had a fucking Star Wars geek nigga nerd try to threaten me. This one bitch nigga hit me up on Twitter. He's probably watching now. I know you watching, bitch nigga. That nigga has like 33 followers on Twitter. Just some little unknown ass nigga. He hit me up like, "Hey Tariq, I wrote about you on my little blog." He hit me up with a blog. I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck, dude. Fuck your blog, man. You know, that's bitch made right there when a nigga hit you up telling you, "Hey, I said something fucked up about you." That's some attention whoring shit. All right, nigga. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about. Okay, all right. I didn't even read his shit. This nigga nerd sent me a link of a blog that he got where he was talking shit about me. I'm like, fuck you. So the nigga hit me back the next day. "I bet you won't say it in my face." I'm like, nigga, what are you going to do? I text him back on Twitter. "I bet you won't come down to Florida and say it in my face." The day a nigga nerd Star Wars geek whooped my ass is the day I killed my damn self. You bitch nigga, and I know you watching. A nigga nerd gonna try to threaten somebody. You about that life, you bring your bitch ass out here. You better not come down here. Because if I did fight you, nigga, what you gonna do? You gonna dress up like Darth Vader? Have a mask and a cape on? "The force is with me, nigga." Idiot. Nigga gonna have his mama's kitchen lamp, his kitchen light bulb as a lightsaber. "I'm gonna fuck you up with this lightsaber, nigga. I'm gonna beat you back to the Death Star, nigga." You nigga nerds are just doing the most. I'm getting threatened by nigga nerds. I'm trembling in my fucking boots. I wish you, nigga, I know you looking, nigga. I'll knock your fucking asthma medicine out your mouth. You bitch ass nigga. Don't be e-thugging me. Fuck out of here. Nigga gonna be, probably bitch nigga be dressed up as Princess Leia. A black Princess Leia. Nigga have braids tied up in a bun. You hoe ass nigga. A Star Wars geek trying to be about that life. And you know who you are, nigga, because I know you're watching. You punk bitch. And let me see who else we got on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, how you doing, Tariq? This is Brandon. I'm actually from South Carolina, but I'm stationed in Afghanistan right now. So forgive me if the reception's a little off. I understand if you got a couple of y'all.
No problem, no problem. What's going on out there in Afghanistan, brother?
Not too much, man. It's just another quiet day. Just another quiet day over here. Just work and sleep. That's all it is for me over here. But I was calling because I got turned on to your game a few years ago with Hidden Colors 1.
Yeah.
And because of that, I just kept following you. So I wanted to ask you, because for a brother like me making some good money, I'm trying to invest and support black-owned businesses.
Right.
It's been really tough finding them.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get your ideas of where I can find black-owned businesses to support them,
Yeah, we have a little directory on melanoidnation.org. If somebody in the chat room can find the link, we have a directory of some black-owned businesses, and we're going to update that too, because a lot of people have been sending their links of their businesses, and there's a couple of other directories, but go to melanoidnation.org or Google it, and you should be able to find some of the black businesses that are out there. So we got to update that list also. We really need to have a regular directory where we keep updating different black businesses that's out there so that we can continue to support them. And also what we need to do, and this is what I want to do in Africa, I want to find some manufacturers over there, somewhere in Africa or possibly Haiti, where we can get them to manufacture certain things that we can do direct business with them. So that's one of my big things right now. I'm looking into that. And I'm going to talk about that on my lecture coming up in the Bay and Cincinnati. But anyway, thank you for the call, man. Be safe out there, brother. Keep your head up, brother.
All right. Well, I mean, everybody thinks is so dangerous over here, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It can be real quiet over here at times. So I know everybody freaks out. They see what's on the news all the time. Like, oh my God, there's a bomb in here. I mean, things like that happen over here, but for the most part, trust me, it's quiet as hell. Like Christmas was the most boring, quiet day out here I've seen in a long time. Back in the day, it'd be boom, 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 boom. But this year, it was just like nothing.
That's good. That's good.
It's on that easy street right now. It's just easy money right now, to be honest.
And which is good. You don't want no trouble, man. We don't want you getting fucked up in the game out there. We want you to come home safe. You dig?
Oh, definitely, man. Appreciate everything you do, man, and keep up the good work, man.
Much respect, family. Peace. Boy, these sinuses are beasts. But again, the movie, speaking of the movie, I saw the Hateful Eight tonight. Well, earlier today. I saw the Roadhouse edition. They got like an edition of the film that's longer. And basically they show it like the old school Roadhouse movies where it would be like an event where they show them at select theaters. They give you like a little booklet, a pamphlet with the movie. You see some of the movie, then there's an intermission. So it was a real fly way they did it. A nice promotional thing that they did with the movie. And Tariq, I dish you on Black Planet. Hilarious. Yeah. But the movie was good. It was an interesting movie. The movie was basically what Django should have been. And I can't talk too much about the movie because I don't want to give any spoilers away. I can't give away too many spoilers. But yeah, there was an intermission because the movie is like 3 hours and 20 minutes long. This version of it. Now, the other version of the movie, when it's in regular theatrical release, I think it's shorter. But in this version, it's a longer version. But the movie was heavy. It was some heavy shit, man. I mean, I'm not going to spoil it. Y'all need to see it. But it was good. I liked it. Let me say this, because it was a lot of... I'm not going to spoil it. There was a lot of N-word in there. A lot of nigga this, nigga this, nigga this. And that's what a lot of the suspected white supremacists, they love those Quentin Tarantino movies to hear the nigga word over and over. But this one, after the movie was over, some of them white supremacists in the movie theater, they weren't smiling like they were in Django. You dig? Because Sam Jackson was getting it in. Nah, no coon activity, which is good. So Quentin did a damn good job on this one. So I have to let y'all see it. Y'all see it, and then in a few weeks, when I think a lot of people have seen it, then I'll start. I can give spoilers after a few weeks. Hold on, Q Doggy Dog. You say, okay? I thought you said something else. But yeah, this one was a little different. Because Sam Jackson was getting it in. Sam wasn't cooning in this one. And one thing about the movie, they shot it in 70 millimeter, which is very rare. See, they used to do older movies like that in 70 millimeter, where it's wide. You get to see these big, wide, panoramic shots. So artistically, that shit is a beautiful movie. Artistically. They shot it in Colorado, but it's supposed to take place in Wyoming in the snow. So the view, just cinematically, the shit looks very good. Quentin Tarantino, he did his thing in this one. I take my hat off to him. Yeah, it was very wise. What's up, Ola? Shout out to Ola. Ola, have you seen it yet, Ola? Yeah, the shots were beautiful. Yeah, just the art of the direction. And it was a beautifully directed film. It was heavy. It was heavy. So you got to see it. Is Ola was in the movie? No. I got to see Concussion too. All right, Morpheus, call back up, brother. Call up, Morpheus. I got to see Concussion. And I want to see the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie too. But I do recommend the Hateful Eight. I recommend that. It's a good movie. Very good movie. Very long, but it's a very good movie. It's called The Hateful Eight. Let's see who we got here. What's up? Who's calling?
Jackson from Chicago. Tariq, how you doing, big boy?
I'm good, man. How you doing, family?
Man, I'm blessed like you. No complaints. No complaints at all.
What's on your mind?
I had just a real quick question about you from an entrepreneur's perspective.
Yeah.
I always looked at kind of like I respect your business model, and I don't know exactly what it is, but I was hoping, can you elaborate a little bit on like what is a typical day like for you in terms of business, like when you wake up, kind of how you set out your goals and things like that to really execute properly.
Okay. Well, basically, my day to day, I have an office that I don't go to my office like I used to because I have somebody running my office for me. I have an assistant, and she's there, and she pretty much handles everything. So that's good. So that's locked, and I'm lucky to have a thorough employee to run things and keep all the business straight and keep all the orders straight and keep all the other people straight. So that's very important. Have somebody who's thorough. Have somebody who's thorough as hell to run your shit when you're not there. Because I can go anywhere and my assistant is just handling things. So that's number one. So that's locked down. So basically what I do, I get up, I just send orders to her. Also now what I'm doing, since I'm in the post-production for Hidden Colors, I work on that. I got a home office here, which is my home office here at home. And I go over the notes from my editor, write down what needs to be written down. I wish I had my notes right here to show you. And then I send him the notes. So that's one thing that I do. Then I deal with the kids. And then a lot of the stuff that I do, it's almost on autopilot. I got real estate. The people pay their rent first of the month. So that's taken care of. So you want to try to automate everything so that you can free up your time to do other stuff. Because now, because I got my business on autopilot, that gives me a lot of time to work on the films. You dig? Because if I was going in and out of my main office all the time, I wouldn't have time to get Hidden Colors 4 cracking. And that's another thing, too. I try to not do as many lectures. Because, again, this is my job. This is what I do. So I try to minimize my lectures and my traveling while I'm working on Hidden Colors 4 because that takes up a lot of time. So that's an idea of my day. One day what I'm going to do, I'm going to film my whole day just to show people what the average day is like for me. And just to give them, and I go to my office and show people around and just show people what my get down is to give people an idea. Just kind of give encouragement on what they can do to get it popping.
And really quick, for 2016, are you going to plan, do you plan out at the beginning of the year, like what your year is going to look like, or on a monthly basis, kind of what you want to get accomplished?
No, my main goal is just to stack paper, just keep businesses going, and that's my goal all the time. And you don't have to wait till the first of the month to do that. We got to get off that. We got to start getting it popping now. We get that thing popping now, right now, before January 1st. Every day I'm thinking of new goals and what I can do to stack paper and make new connections and build and also navigate around white supremacy. That's my main goal. You feel me?
Yes, indeed, brother. I appreciate it.
Much respect, fam.
All right, fam. Peace.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, so that's my number one thing right now is just getting Hidden Colors 4 off the ground. See, don't tell no spoilers, Ace. See, that's the thing, because that's what I want to wait before I get into the spoilers. I want to wait before I get into the spoilers. Y'all don't stop telling people what happened in the movie. I want to see Chirac too. I haven't seen Chirac. I gotta see Chirac. Yeah, I was thinking I might have to do like a whole movie review thing. I might have to do a whole movie review site. All right, Morpheus, call up, man. Oh, man, I'm struggling with my sinuses. Okay, let me see. I think this is Morpheus. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? This is Morpheus?
Yeah, this is Morph, man.
How you doing, man? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Stanford, Connecticut, brother.
Okay, what's going on out there?
Check it out, man. I want to talk about the Star Wars thing, man. Something that you said, man, it stuck with me, right?
Go ahead.
Now, I'm feeling everything you're saying. But the issue that I have with what you said is when you was telling these cats to go out and see the movie, right?
Yes.
And I said to myself, you speaking about white supremacy. You were pointing out white supremacy in the movie. And I'm all with that. But my question to you is, brother, why would you tell these people that you're following, to go out there and support white supremacy? Because I don't go out and watch movies.
Right.
I don't. That's my own thing of my own level of activism. I don't support Hollywood, so I don't go out and pay for no movies. So the only thing I had was, why would you go out and tell these people that are following you to go watch a movie that you're trying to tear down white supremacy, not support it? So I mean, that's the only issue I had.
Dude, what you got a job, right?
Yeah.
What do you work at?
Well, I work in IT.
Okay, like a major corporation, right?
Yeah, I work for a company, yeah.
Okay, well, you support white supremacy, brother. That's supporting white supremacy right there. We live, understand this, brother, we live in a system of white supremacy. You dig? Just like we get a lot of people who say, man, fuck the Christmas. I ain't going to celebrate Christmas. That's the white man's religion. I ain't going to celebrate that shit. But, nigga, the jobs are closed. So if you're at home, you're celebrating white supremacist Christmas because you ain't going to work, you ain't going to the bank, you ain't going to the store. Everything is closed, so they're making you celebrate it because you live in a system of white supremacy. You understand? So my thing, follow me, brother. Follow me.
Go ahead, I follow you.
Put these drums on your ass. But what we have to do, and I told people to watch the film, and I still want people to watch the film because what you do, you learn and you see it from a different perspective. So now you can see the game and you can start deprogramming yourself. And I'm telling adults to see it so they can see the fuckery in it. So now when they come back at you, you're like, nah, I'm cool on that. I want people to see the new Star Wars just for the sheer amount of fuckery that's in it. That's a lesson for you to learn. So when you go in there with real eyes, with conscious eyes, you'll learn something from that. You understand? That's why I tell people, if you have children, do not let your small children go see no damn Star Wars without you debriefing them. Because I took my daughter, and again, I didn't know what it was about. This was my first time seeing a Star Wars movie. When I saw all the fuckery in it, that's when I had to let people know. So a lot of people wanted to go just to see the sheer fuckery out of it. You dig? So you make it a lesson so that you don't internalize those messages that they're sending you. Because when you get somebody to say, hey, the shit that you saw in Star Wars, they don't have that in other action movies. So people will start saying, okay, well, Dad, that kind of makes sense. I didn't see that at first. So you got to teach people the fuckery so they'll know what to look for. It's all about deprogramming. You understand?
No, I get everything you're saying. I'm feeling you.
Yes, sir.
But the reason why I said this is because I had a conversation with my boy about what you were saying. I said, well, my man, you know what I'm saying, Tariq Nasheed, he was talking about Star Wars. He's like, well, what do you mean? I said, well, listen, he said this and this and this about it, white supremacy. He says, well, wait, did you see the movie? I'm like, no, I didn't see the movie, but I know white supremacy exists. I know the whole game. So I don't have to see the movie to know it exists and how white supremacy work plays out. I don't need to see it. But you were just confirming what I already knew. Right. So I was telling him, the man broke it down. I already know. So I don't need to go out and see that movie to know that white supremacy exists and how it plays out.
But let me say this, brother. Let me say this. But I think the reason why people should go see that, because, see, white supremacy refines itself. You get it? So white supremacy has a way of refining itself and making itself look like there's equal rights and there's equilibrium when there's not. So that's why that movie is very interesting to break down, because the movie gives the impression that there's going to be a black male star in the movie. So now racism don't exist. We got a black star in the movie. So when the black folks ain't got no reason to complain. We're including you into the $1 billion franchise. So come on, black dollars. Come on, bring us your black money. So
Exactly.
So when you watch it, you're like, wait a minute. Y'all didn't refine white supremacy. This ain't no equal stake here. Y'all just got a black man up here who's being a token in the whole movie. So now you got to understand, learn that. You better learn that so when they try to pull it again, you're like, no. Because white supremacy refines itself, and you better learn the game. Because what happens is, white supremacy, they learn how to tokenize black people. They understand the art of putting a black person in place and making him isolated and powerless and giving the impression that it's equality, just like with Barack Obama. The Star Wars movie represented Barack Obama. You got it?
Tariq, I said the same thing to him, brother. I broke it down to him. I said, listen, he a token. They need their black dollars, just like you had said. I said the same thing to him. I said, they don't mean anything. He's not going to be the hero.
Yeah.
He's not going to be nothing but just a token just to get those black dollars. And he's like, oh, okay. So I broke it down to him, and he understood, but he says, well, just look at the movie first, brother. Just see, did come back to me, tell me I liked it. I watched the movie, and came back, I said, listen, it's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing. Yeah. What I saw in the movies, what I see in all movies in Hollywood when it comes to black folks, black people being unrepresented, and black people not being represented. And and they just token. So basically it's the same thing over and over again. But I had to break it down to him because he ain't conscious. He ain't awake. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to help him along.
Exactly. Real talk. All right, man. But thank you for the call, brother.
You're welcome, brother.
And that's the thing, man. Y'all gotta watch these movies and watch how they refine their codes. You understand? Because don't think of it in terms. Look, Star Wars is already $1 billion brand. That movie is gonna make $1 billion. They don't need your money. Trust me. Your black dollars help, but the white supremacists, they gonna take that movie over the top. So they're already going. That's locked in money. That Star Wars money. That's locked in. That's just a license to print money. You dig? That's a license to print money. So we got to understand the code that they're putting together. Excuse me. Because they're very good at refining their game and making it look like it's equal. And that's the new hustle. Putting a black person in a position. And just like with this brother in the movie. The brother, he is in the movie. He got more screen time than everybody. That's how white supremacy works. White supremacy, they're like, look, we'll put you in the front. We'll give you all the screen time you want. But you will be powerless. That's the key. That's how they're refining the game. We're going to give you all the FaceTime and the airtime you want, but you are going to be absolutely powerless. All the heroes are going to be the white people around you. All the people who are effective will be the people around you. The black guy, you'll be there. You ain't going to be doing shit. Y'all remember, if y'all old enough, how many people are old enough to remember a show that came on in the late 70s, early 80s? It was a TV show. One of these little bullshit shows. It's called BJ and the Bear. How many of y'all remember that? Little bullshit TV show that came on. I think it used to come on Wednesday night on ABC, one of those stations. But the show was called BJ and the Bear. Now, my people who are, I say over 35, you might know what it is. But there was a show that came on called BJ and the Bear. This is when the trucking movies and TV shows were very popular. Like in the late 70s, you had a lot of trucking movies like, Smokey and the Bandit. There was a lot of trucking movies, And there was a TV show called BJ and the Bandit about this white boy. He was a truck driver. His name was BJ. And the bear was his monkey. He had a monkey called the Bear. And the bear was the star of the show. So you love that show, Harlem? Yeah, as a kid, that was cool. No, it wasn't a reggae, it was a bear. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the Clint Eastwood movie. There was another that was based on the Clint Eastwood movie. What was the Clint Eastwood movie where Clint Eastwood was a trucker with an orangutan? What was the Clint Eastwood movie? Yeah, they had all those car movies, Convoy, all those shows. What was the Clint Eastwood movie where it was him and the orangutan? It wasn't Smokey and the Bandit. It was another movie with Clint Eastwood. He had a goddamn orangutan. Come on with Any Which Way. Was it Any Which Way You Can? No. Where are my old school people at? I know you're in here. No, Harlem wasn't Smokey and the Bandit. Don't make me have to Google it. Is it Any Which Way But Loose? That might have been it with Clint Eastwood. Every Which Way But. Hold on, let me look it up real quick because I'm getting Any Which Way You Can. Hold on, because that's what BJ and the Bandit were. I think it was based off that. Any Which Way You Can. Clint. Hold on, let me see this. Hold on 1 second. Okay, Any Which Way You Can. So it's Clint Eastwood. Okay, Every Which Way But Loose. Okay. Every Which Way But Loose. Yeah, it was Clint Eastwood. You look at the poster. Every Which Way But Loose. It's Clint Eastwood and a monkey, an orangutan. So that was the thing. Having a tough white guy, trucker on the road type of dude, and having a monkey with you. So they had a show called BJ and the Bandit, or BJ and the Bear. And the bear was this monkey. Now the bear was the star of the show, but the bear didn't really do shit. The monkey just sat there and it was a monkey, but the monkey used to get fan letters and all types of shit. So the monkey was the star of the show, but it was really the white dude who was the star. So the monkey was the star, but it was a pet. The monkey was basically a mascot. And the nigga in Star Wars was a pet. He was their monkey, unfortunately. They played that dude like a monkey. That nigga played the role of a pet monkey in Star Wars. I hate to go there with it. That's exactly how it was. It was BJ and the Bear all day. That dude didn't do shit. Yeah, the monkey name was Clyde. That's right. The orangutan's name was Clyde. I knew my old school heads are in here. But the monkey is cute. And people like the monkey. But the monkey is just there to be a mascot for the white guy. The monkey is just there as a mascot. You're the sidekick monkey. And they know this on a subconscious level. They know this. They know what they're doing. They know when they make a black person the sidekick pet nigga monkey. Yeah, Chewbacca and Finn were on the same level. As a matter of fact, Chewbacca is higher up than Finn because Chewbacca whooped Finn's ass. Also, Chewbacca had to carry Finn off at the end of the movie because Finn was in a coma. So a damn ape, which is what Chewbacca is, that's that whole monkey thing. Because remember, Chewbacca was introduced in the late 70s around the same time. That's why Chewbacca was introduced, that monkey ape-like character. Because in the 70s, apes and all, they were real big on Bigfoot. That was a real big thing in the 70s. It was Bigfoot, Clyde the monkey. So that's what the whole Chewbacca thing was. That was playing off the whole Bigfoot thing. So he was a space Bigfoot. I'm breaking it down. So Chewbacca was the pet monkey sidekick. Yeah, I'm making the Star Wars fans mad. But damn, Finn had to get carried off by the fucking ape. So you're below the ape. They made Finn and Chewbacca on the same level. So that's why y'all need to go, yeah, Harry and the Hendersons, yeah, that whole thing. So that's why you need to go and watch stuff so you can decode it. So you can decode that stuff. So you can see how white supremacy tries to get down. Yeah, and see, they weren't going to get a charismatic brother because, see, the last real charismatic brother they had for Star Wars, and that's sad that they got to get a brother every 30 damn years, but they had Billy D. Williams. And with Billy D, you got this smooth, sex symbol brother coming in, doing his thing. And now the ladies trying to choose on that brother. So they had, Lando as a peripheral character. He wasn't a main character. He was a character that they can, get rid of or take out if they need be. I haven't seen that movie. I heard about it. What's up, sweetie? What the boys doing? They sleep? How's this?
Not sleep, but then go.
How's the Sears tea?
He has some Tylenol.
You getting baby Tylenol? Okay. I'll be done in a minute, man. What's up, family? Who's calling? What you doing?
Hello?
Hey, who's this?
This is Kim in Indianapolis.
Hey, Kim, how are you, dear?
Hey, I'm just trying to turn down my volume, so I won't hear the echo. I just wanted to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Kim.
Now, I'm trying to figure out, and it's kind of long, I don't understand. When these actors and actresses go for, or apply or try out for these kind of roles, is it a bait and switch? Is it editing?
No,
or do they know that they're
know.
being made a fool out of?
They know. They know. They know. They need the money. You got people out here or people in the industry. We live in a system of white supremacy, and people who are classified as white, they have all the resources. So when people have all the resources, you got to go to them and you got to do whatever you need to do to get that stuff. And I think a lot of the stuff, what they have to do, you notice a lot of times when they want somebody to be slavish, they'll use black British actors. You understand? That's another thing that's very interesting. They get the guy who played 12 Years a Slave, who's a brilliant actor, but he's British guy. This brother, he's a British guy. The guy who directed 12 Years a Slave, he's a British director, black guy. Because I think a lot of the actors here, they don't want nobody to flip out on set. Just like my man who played Omar on The Wire, he was on set for 12 Years a Slave. He played a character. And he said when he was on set, they were down there and he started feeling a certain way. He said he started kind of freaking out a little bit on set. What is his name? What's that? He's a brilliant actor. I love that brother. Michael something. I can't think of his name. But
the one with the scar?
The guy with the scar on his face. He's like, hey man, when I was on set, we were filming down in Louisiana, man, I started kind of bugging out a little bit. And that's what they don't want. They don't want a brother who's starring in a role and then some of those memories start kicking back in. You dig? And niggas start flipping. He get a gun for real and bring that shit and start capping some of the people backstage. They don't want that.
It's just like, it just seems like, of course, whenever, they have African Americans in a role, it's like, they just are buffoons. So and it seems like, okay, because when, like say Empire, when Taraji came down in that 8 suit, I was through.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, that's why I was like, I don't understand. Are they aware of this? But like you said, it's probably a money issue.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to get some understanding because you can't keep going. How can you keep going on and letting somebody belittle you, even on film?
I feel you. And a lot of folks, man, are just, they need the money and, they don't want to say nothing. They don't want to rock the boat. Only a few people will actually step up and say something. The actress Monique, and I work with Monique on VH1 Charm School, and she's one of the few people that I saw stand up to some of those people. That's why a lot of people, you know, they labeled her as being difficult. There was a whole big controversy about her being difficult to work with. You remember they were saying that?
Yeah.
Because they said she was supposed to be on Empire, but the guy told her, the director said, hey, you're labeled as a troublemaker. No, Monique, and I said this before, Monique will stand up and check folks about the bullshit. Because when we're on Charm School and they had all these girls acting ratchet and you had the white directors back there giggling and all that old shit, I saw Monique and I personally saw her check those people. She was like, hey, this shit ain't funny. Y'all got these sisters acting all stupid like this. This is not a good look for black women. And this was some shit behind the scenes. And she was checking them on that. So, you know, they make it hard for black folks who do stand up for themselves. You dig?
Right.
But we need more of us to do that, and not more of us jumping on the coon train. You dig?
Right. Well, thank you so much because you helped me understand. You know, because it's just been a puzzle to me for so long.
Yes, indeed. No, there's a lot of coons out there in waiting. Hey, there's some people out there that will do anything. Just look at the reality shows. You see all the ratchetness that they do on that shit. So
yeah.
All right, but thank you for the call, sister.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Man. Yeah. Here's a link right here. Thanks, 7 Mile. 7 Mile has the link. He just put the link up. And Brother Michael was talking about he had an emotional breakdown on the set.
With that movie, I almost waited for a while to watch that movie because I didn't know how it would be affected by it.
This is the audio of it.
To play the character and get as deep in it as I know you go, was it emotional? Was it hard to shake it at night and when the film was over?
It was very hard to get into that. There was a scene, unfortunately, it didn't make the film. Steve, he shoots in series, which means like he won't yell cut while the cameras are still running. He'll just go back to one, hurry up again. And they were shooting the scene where my character Roberts was being dragged to the slave ship and he was revolting. Right. He was frailing, it's going crazy. And around the 5th time that we shot it, Steve yelled cut, and something came over me. I don't know what it was, but I fell to the ground and I couldn't stop crying and screaming. I'm like, ah! Ah! And I couldn't even get up off the floor. It was surreal. And the stunt coordinator, he got on the floor with me, a white man, and he cradled me in his arms and he rocked me. He kept saying, "It's okay, Mike, let it out. Let it out." And I screamed at the top of my lungs, man, for like what must have seemed like 15, 20 minutes. And like a cloud just passed over me and I got up and I was like, okay, let's go. And So that's the clip. But shout out to Arsenio. I love Arsenio, by the way. But that's the thing right there. That the ancestors, they know. See, if they put you in one of those settings, the ancestors start speaking, man. The spirit and the white supremacists, they know this. The spirits of the ancestors, you tap into that, they start speaking to you. You don't know what'll happen. They know this, and they shoot on locations, and we that's in our DNA. You dig? So they know this. You get some of us on those plantations or whatever and put us back into that mode and those ancestors start spitting and speaking to us, they don't want the wrong spirit. They don't want that Nat Turner spirit to run up in you. They don't know which spirit is going to climb up in you. They don't want that Denmark Vesey spirit to come up on there and you start capping. You dig? Because I tell you something. You go down south and you go to some of those plantations and see if something don't come over your ass. Take your ass down south. You go down south and go visit one of them plantations. You start feeling a certain way. You go down there and you feel a certain way, man. You go to look in one of those plantations, look in some of those slave quarters, and you see how our people lived. That shit starts fucking with you. That shit starts fucking with your spirit, man. You dig? You go down there and you get some of that spirit, and those ancestors start hollering at you.
You look a certain way. You feel a certain way. You dig? Yeah, I remember. Y'all remember when Roots first came on? Oh, brothers had a different swag. Nick, let me tell you something. Go watch Hidden Colors in the movie theater, and look at the vibe when the shit is over. Look at the vibe of Hidden Colors when that shit is over. Every time we do Hidden Color screenings, whatever, the vibe is different. Black folks act different. Your head is a little bit higher. You got a little more militancy. I know when we do the screening out in Beverly Hills after the screening, and one thing, after the screening, when you show Hidden Colors, one thing, people don't want to go home. I notice that in every screening around the country, when I look at pictures and when I hear reports, don't nobody want to leave. Especially up in the Bay. I remember they had a screening up in the Bay. Motherfuckers didn't leave the theater. This is a 2-hour and 30-minute movie. When they saw Hidden Colors 3, people didn't want to leave the theater. They had to kick people out of the theater. And then people still went outside in front of the theater and had a meeting. Yeah. People, the Bay, they were hyped. They had a meeting there in the damn theater. They're like, look, we need to network and organize right now. In Atlanta, motherfuckers didn't want to leave. They standing outside the theater, scaring white folks. Out here in Beverly Hills, people, the theater, everybody standing outside of Beverly Hills. White people crossing the street. They're like, oh my God. What are they doing? What are they doing over there, dear? Are they doing the dab? It gives you a whole different energy, dude. When the spirits of the ancestors, because we show all those images, because we show a lot of rare images, and the spirits of the ancestors are hitting you. So those ancestral spirits are real, man. And when they talk to you and you listen and follow them, it's heavy. Let me tell you something. There's some stuff that we're talking about in Hidden Colors 4. Like the ancestors tell me shit and I roll with it. The ancestors told me to go to a place called Nuku-Hiva. It's a remote island. It's a remote island in the middle of fucking nowhere. None of y'all never heard of this place. But something told me, the ancestors tapped me on the shoulder and told me to go to this place. You saying a pipe? It wasn't no pipe. I don't know. Peanuts over here like. No, the ancestors told me.
Jesus talked to me.
Jesus. The ancestors told me, go to this place. And I went to that place and there's all these Africoid statues all over the place. It's like, hey, tell our story. There's statues over in Nuku-Hiva that look exactly like statues over in West Africa. I mean, identical. Nuku-Hiva. And this shit is in the middle of nowhere. It's Nuku-Hiva. Beautiful island. It's in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. A lot of folks have never heard of it. Beautiful island. Beautiful island. Real small. I think they shot one of the Survivor episodes on it. It's like real remote. It's in the Pacific Ocean. Oh man, this shit. That's all I can say. It's in the Pacific Ocean. It's like right in the Pacific Ocean. It's like literally in the middle of nowhere. Small island, beautiful island. That shit got African statues all over the place. It's kind of in French Polynesia because you got to go to Tahiti. That's the closest place. Then you take a flight from Tahiti to there. But it's farther away from. It's not Tahiti though. Yeah. It's called Nuku-Hiva. Beautiful little small ass island. Beautiful island though. They got little African statues all over the place. Same statues there are in West Africa. I mean, they look identical. You what, baby? Shut up. Wait, no, you're not. You just running your mouth.
I bought tickets online.
Lies. I'm about to come upstairs. Yeah, but yeah, the spirit of the ancestors, man, they talk to you. They talk to you. Yeah, a lot of islands aren't even on the map. You would never know about them. Even the Easter Island, man, the ancestors told me to go to Easter Island. They told me to go to Easter Island. I went over there, nigga. They got an ancient writing over there that looks like African hieroglyphics. And I got a whole bunch of pictures on Instagram for going over there. You said a Puerto Rican that's been talking greasy about me, and then last night he was running his mouth. He's trying to hustle dark skin. I don't know who you're talking about, brother. Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about, Nubian. You said some Puerto Rican talking about me. I don't know who you're talking about, brother, and really don't give a fuck. Because it sounds like some insignificant ass person. I don't really follow everybody who's talking about me, because usually it's the motherfucker who's trying to get attention. You know, and I'm not in the passing out attention business. I don't give a shit. Some gossipy nigga shit. Even just like with some of these jive-ass websites like Madame Noir, the reason why they always writing stories about me, number one, it gets them ratings. Who the fuck reads Madame Noir? The only time their site gets a lot of hits is if they mention me. Nobody reads that shit. Look at the comment section. Most of their stories don't even get no comments. Most people don't even comment on this shit. Anytime they write a story about me, they get hundreds of comments. They get activity. So they throw my name on there to get them some ratings. So that's my Christmas gift to them. You're welcome, Madame Noir, for giving you some hits. You're welcome. But, yeah, nobody reads that whack shit. Anybody who even hollers at me like, hey, I read something on Madame Noir. I'm like, what the fuck you reading that for? Usually people who read it are idiots. Yeah, if you're a person who reads Madame Noir, most likely you're a fucking idiot. Yeah, I was in South Africa, and a lot of the South African people who ain't living there no more, they got upset, and a lot of Africans get upset when you tell the truth about what's happening in Africa. How it's just not popping, and how the white supremacists are dominating that shit totally. That's something that we're going to start having to be honest about. You say the ancestors told you to do the nay-nay? Hilarious. But nigga, you better listen to the ancestors, man. They talk to you. The ancestors will talk to you. And the ancestors told me to go to South Africa to see what was really happening there. Yeah, Maddie Champ, I got to do that. But yeah, Madame Noir is a garbage site. Didn't they have a story on there talking about Malcolm X being bisexual or some stupid ass shit? That's the kind of level they're on. Just real dumb shit. Yeah. Sam was dropping some real good game in that. He said when niggas are scared, white people are calm. He was dropping some good game in that. The movie, it was a good movie. Shit, they ain't letting you go to North Sentinel. Man. Anyway, y'all, let me get upstairs. I got stuff to do. I got to start working on Hidden Colors 4 tonight. I haven't worked on it today because I've been going all day. But anyway, fam, let me go upstairs and get me some bedtime medicine to get my nasals in order. I should have got me some damn Vicks Vapor Rub and all that good stuff. But anyway, y'all, let me get up out of here. Get tickets at TariqLive.com. TariqLive.com to get tickets. Go to TariqRadio.com to hear all the podcasts. Go to MacLessons.com to get some of the pay-per-view specials. Did I say South Africa was like the movie? Yeah, those shanty towns and townships were just like District 9. I gotta go, man. My wife is upstairs. My kid, I gotta roll, man. I know, family. I gotta go, man. I can barely talk. I'm losing my voice. I'm struggling to talk right now. I gotta go upstairs with Coochie Berry. I'm starting to sound like DMX because I'm straining my voice. Like, what? Fuck out of here. I'm about to go lay up now. I'm going to start talking and crying like DMX. You know, my mother never hugged me. I mean, I just want to say mommy, huh? Not mother, mommy. Oh, man, DMX is funny. Y'all hear that DMX Christmas rap? He was like, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very tiny nose. He was singing like a Christmas song. That shit was funny as hell. Man. But y'all, man, y'all have a good one, fam. Y'all have a good one. Let me get up out of here, fam. And I'm going to holler at you guys on Wednesday's show. And remember, tomorrow I'm going to be out of Facebook jail. Facebook has my account locked where I can't post. But I'll be good to go tomorrow.